The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You have the one, the only Sportcat. I am coming in like a WWE wrestler with all those vape behind me. It's a stressful day here in the Nightlight studio. We have some things to cover. First, let me bring out my guest co-host. But should I call you guest or are you now permanent? What are you? Do you know?
You've always called me a permanent mole on your butt, so you know, hey.
All right, well, let me take care of a little business first because, first off, thank you to Dare Talk Radio, Radio X, Country, and Gold, and I forget the other ones. But we are live in Australia, and we appreciate your support. We encourage you to come over to the chat. We've got great people here. We got Brenda, aside from Denise. We have Chris. He's in there somewhere. By the way, Denise, happy birthday.
Yes.
Chris is in there somewhere. I don't know. I see. And I saw Wendell too. So come over, join the chat, hit that thumbs up button, and show us a little love. All right, let me do this real quick because yesterday, if you're a watcher or a listener, you saw that we ran with the story about what's his name? Gramps. He had a fall, the senator, McConnell. And apparently, someone thought my plan of that was elder abuse.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So now I'm going to play a little thing here.
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson, and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show. This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional advice.
That's right. I am not a political scientist. My head's not that fucking big. My degree is in fire science, but I don't call myself a fire scientist because, well, that's just stupid. But so we're apparently doing something right because we're getting a lot of hate and shade sent our way. And that's all right, because we're growing. We're going to do things. And if you came here to find a serious show, well, I got some news for you.
Sportcat. Sportcat Uberales. Viva Sportcat.
That's for all of my Latino fans.
Sportcat. Fans everywhere love the Sportcat.
Yeah. Here, kitty. Oh.
You're tuned to the Sportcat Show.
Chris says he's here to watch the show with you and Butt Mole.
Butt Mole. Thanks, Chris.
Yes, and let's make sure to give Brenda a shout out. She is not on Radio X, so you'll have to go find her on YouTube, but she's live 9 p.m. Central, which I believe is 8 a.m. in Australia time. I don't know.
Yes.
And yes, it is interesting. There's a lot of interesting. So, old guy fell, some guy got angry. The world continues. Yes.
You know, okay, look, I'm disabled. I have one leg. I'm in a wheelchair. I make fun of myself when I fall all the damn time.
Well, here's what's funny is I'm labeled as MAGA, but yet I'm making fun of Republicans. Please explain that to me. Please, God, somebody explain that to me.
Hey, if you cannot laugh and make fun of yourself or other people, this world would be a boring place.
That's right. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a Sportcat. And I'm here to read some news stories and shed some light, not call names and cast division and get people hurt and injured. I took an oath, although it was a firefighter oath. I didn't cross the thin blue line like others have, calling them Nazis and Gestapos and inciting hate and violence on my coworkers in public safety. They have been doxxed. They have bounties and warrants out on their head by the cartel in Trinidad. So doing that just shows your stupidity in your political science should have educated you that if you call somebody names, you are a bully. If you can't back it up factually, and yes, you're going to show me all the bad cops. Well, guess what? There's tons of them. So,
I wasn't one of those. I was good.
I was a firefighter. I was firefighter and paramedic. I was there to support them and take care of them, not call them names and cause division and hate. So if there was an officer on the side of the road fighting and we're going down the road on a fire truck, you know what? We're about to hop off with some axes and Halligan bars, and we're about to show you how the thin red line supports the thin blue line, and I always will. I'm pro public safety. So
Look at Chris. Look at Chris.
all right, let's see. I called the guy Andy the Roller yesterday. That was worse than to go down like Joe Frazier.
Oh, Chris. Oh my goodness.
We need to find a good show to precede me in Australia. I'm throwing some feelers out there for some people. Because people take themselves too damn serious.
Sparky was a volunteer firefighter.
He was a volunteer firefighter, an EMT, and a retired cop. Well, he was on the thin red blue line. So,
yeah.
And he is correct. There are more good ones out there than bad. I'm not opposed to them wearing body cameras. I am opposed to forcing them to show their face when the gangs in Antifa aren't required to, because they don't want to be identified. Kind of the same thing, isn't it? Isn't that hypocrisy?
It is. It's ridiculous.
All right. Well, I'm not going to get my blood pressure up too bad because, well, today is
Friday.
It's Friday.
Yes. It
So
is Friday.
we can celebrate and, let everybody know that while.
No, for your information, I have full-size balls.
Yes.
It's Friday. I got a sound effect somewhere here for it's Friday. I don't know what the hell it is.
Let's go with the times.
Yeah, no kidding. And just so everybody knows, I am fake news. So there you go.
You are fake news.
So there you go. I'm fake news.
Thank you,
don't take me serious. I mean, Jesus Christ. So many stupid people in this world. Why do we? I don't know. I'm trying to find my Friday sound effect. Where the hell is it?
I don't know.
No,
I stubbed my toe on your full size balls. Oh my goodness.
No, you got the wrong number. This is 912.
Yeah, there you go. Hello, Brenda. Woo Riders DG. Woo Riders DG.
Hello, Woo.
Thank you for watching.
Come
over to the Sportcat shows. It's the Pair Are Normal guys. If you're looking for it on YouTube, and hit that subscribe button. I could use some help. No undercover cops. That precedent is set, and crime goes to hell. Well, there's probably going to be some problems over the weekend with this No Kings thing. So, and my biggest fear, and I'll say this publicly, is I'm afraid there's some bad people, whether they're employed by a 3-letter agency or they're there on their own, that are going to cause some problems and make the whole thing look bad and cause an even bigger problem. They have a right to protest. They have a right to do things legally. They can't block the streets. They can't assault officers or public safety members, stop ambulances from getting to where they're needed. They can obey the law just like the rest of us and protest. That is our constitutional God-given right. So,
yeah. And of course, the country of Texas, we have our own rules. You're not allowed to block the streets. You're not allowed to do that. And if you do it and you get run over, it's your own fault.
That's right.
And we've already
moralists.
That's right.
We've already councils who.
Yeah.
Oh damn. We've already had 2 Antifa arrested, and they're being charged as terrorists. So,
That's right. We're gonna
don't do this in Texas, people. That's all I'm saying.
Let's just get into this instead of looking for my stupid sound effect. I should have had it set up. All right, so it is 2:11 on the East Coast. Good morning in LA. I hope you're getting ready for your No Kings. Happy afternoon lunchtime for you in Denver, Chicago, Man, did you see that game last night? Chicago was watching. And to our friends, as always, we love you in Australia. Good morning. It's Perth. It's 2 a.m. or 2:12 a.m. Sydney, it's 5:12. Adelaide, somehow you got an extra half hour in there. It's 4:42. And Lord Howe, good morning to you. It's 5:12. And for those people interested, it's 6 p.m. in Santaland. So I don't know what time it is in Idaho. I think it's that's central. And it's just 1:12 there. So Sparky says, I'm in Idaho. We don't let people take over our towns. We hold each other accountable like we do law enforcement officers. Amen, brother. Amen. Please come over and subscribe. Let's see. All right, so let's move on with things. We know what time it is. Good afternoon, good morning, and good day to you wherever you are in this world. You see the sun. Man, the sun is usually on the left side of South America. What is going on? And I don't see the moon.
They go where they want. It's because
hiding with 3-eye atlas, maybe. So
it's turning into the beaver.
Well, I am hoping for the beavers. For the beaver. I don't know. So I don't know. This shows the sun over here on the other side of South America. What the hell? So and the moon. Where the hell is the moon? The moon is hiding. Well, if you were to find our moon, you'd only see 14% of it because, well, it's a waning crescent. Waning. How do you say that, Brenda? Waning crescent. Only 14%.
Waning crescent. Waning moon. I don't know. I don't have my teeth in right now. I can't say it. Wait.
You know, Brenda, that may have actually been too much information. Sparky says some people were not raised with an understanding of respect and honor. It is a problem.
That's right. And Chris says that
Chris is helping
Idaho.
me out. Waning. Chris is my go-to English guy because my broken GED redneck, I can't pronounce shit. So
Yeah, and Chris says that Idaho sounds like a nice place to live.
It does. So, well, tonight is the waning crescent phase where you can only see just a little sliver. That's why they call it a crescent. Only 14%, and we are headed towards the beeve. We are anxiously awaiting
the beaver moon.
They had to have just named it that so I could have fun with it, I guess. So
I think so.
I had to come up with
I'm going to run outside and yell, everybody, come look at the beaver.
I need a sound effect for beavers. Find while it's there's got to be a sound effect for beaver. I don't know. God forgive me for what buttons I'm about to hit because I don't know what they are. So
I don't know what happened there.
Bad beaver.
Bad beaver.
I don't understand whether
No, I like that one.
I know.
Happy slap time! Push!
Oh yeah, I like that one. It's
Happy slap time! Push!
It's beaver time. We're gonna say that one.
Get off your buttons.
But come on, there's so much fun. So you gotta love a beaver. Oh, I don't want music. I want sound. Okay.
What?
Oh, this is beaver yelling. Oh, that's a bad beaver.
Yell? They sound like that?
No. I think that's Justin Bieber. So. Why are they all angry Chinese people?
You're gonna run out of time playing with your buttons. Let's go.
Well, that's why people know we are not a serious show. I mean, we're here for fun. See, they're talking about you already, Brenda.
Well, it's okay.
All right, let's get serious again. Waning, I got it, Chris. And what did Chris say? Dirtiest phrase ever said on broadcast TV was June Cleaver telling Ward he was too hard on the beaver. Somebody please find that sound clip. It's got to exist somewhere and send it to me for the full beaver moon.
Oh no.
You're too hard on the beaver. All right, well, 3-Eye Atlas is still hiding. It's out there. And I watched a guy that is very educated. He can call himself a scientist. He's a astrophysicist, engineer. And he says he's concerned that it's going to go hide behind Mars or the sun and send out probes that we won't know about.
Okay.
All right. And he's a scientist. So I will actually give him some credence. So, all right. Well, let's get on with today. This day is October 17th, 1989. The opening of the World Series. I remember this was interrupted by an earthquake. 7.1.
Yep.
Oakland freeway collapse, killing 42, caused $10 billion in damage, and in the end, 67 people perished. Yeah, I remember watching that.
I was stuck in San Francisco when that happened. I was at a dog show. That was the first time I ever seen the ground open up and shut in front of my eyes.
I have so many questions. At least you were in a beaver show. But yeah, I remember, I think it was Al Michaels was calling the World Series, and they were live when it happened, and it was crazy. Sports suddenly turned into actual news, so
yeah,
that was that. I remember that. And I also remember October 17th, 1973, OPEC, the Arab members of OPEC plus Egypt and Syria, declared an oil embargo on the United States, Canada, Japan, the Netherlands, and the UK for supporting Israel during the Yom Kippur War. The embargo targeted us, the U.S., for resupplying the Israel military during the war. By the time the embargo was lifted in March, the price of oil had risen nearly 400% from U.S. $3 per barrel to $12. President Nixon would declare a national energy crisis, and it carried over into the Carter administration, too. I remember that well. If you had, I forget how they did it in Virginia. If your license plate had even numbers on the end or something, you could go one day a week. And I was pretty young, so I don't remember the exact system, but that was scary. We go sit in line for hours and wait to fill the car up. So that was scary. Hair in 1967, the year I was born. That was a musical. It was a tribal love rock musical. It opened in Broadway this day in New York in 1967. Ran for 4 years. So.
That was the year we were both born.
Yeah. Wendell wants to know if you won, Brenda.
Oh no, all the dogs took off in 6 different directions, Wendell. It was interrupted.
That is a cat fight. This day in 1966, the NBC game show Hollywood Square debuted with the host Peter Marshall. That was funny. Sparky says, Google Rough on the Beaver. There's a video clip. Okay, I will do that after a while. Somebody remind me. I will do that. Chris, it's your job to remind me of that. So Denise has enough moderating. You can handle that, Chris. And then there's a quiz show scandal on this day in 1960. Charles Van Doren, a contestant from the TV's quiz show 21, is arrested on accusations of perjury for having told a grand jury that he had not been given the answers prior to the show. In order to boost ratings, the producer of the show began scripting the contestants' responses to the questions. Van Doren went on to become the champion. Interesting. So they were controlling the media in 1960 in game shows. So there you go.
Well,
this day in 1931, Al Capone was convicted of tax evasion.
Oh, good old Al Capone.
1931. Ooh, 1916. The first sex shocker movie. A Daughter of the Gods opens in New York City. It contained what is considered to be the first nude scene by a major star. It was the first U.S. film to cost $1 million to produce.
Wow.
The character, Anita, she was played by an Australian swimming star, Annette Kellerman is shown nude in the waterfall, but her hair is mostly covered by, but her body is covered mostly by hair. So the beaver was covered. Killer beer flood, October 17th, 1814. Drowning in your own beer took a whole new meaning when a beer vat at a, Mux and Company brewery ruptured, causing other vats to rupture. In all, 1,470 liters, that's 388,000 U.S. gallons of beer spilled into the street, destroying homes and killed 8 people.
I just imagine how many people were on their knees sucking that beer up as it was flowing. Free beer!
Beer Fest? Beer, that show is funny. The Chevy Chase Show, October 17th, 1993. The ex-Saturday Night Live star Chevy Chase bid as the late night host ends after 6 weeks. Fox executives said it was so bad it was embarrassing to watch. Okay.
Oh, boy.
He was funny, but I heard he was a jerk, too, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. I never met him. In WW2, Tojo becomes the Prime Minister of Japan on this day in 1941. He was executed in 1948 for war crimes committed during the war. Wendell says James Kirk was the first person on TV to do an interracial kiss. All right. Norm Macdonald is born today. He died in he was born in 1951. He died in 2021. He was a Canadian comedian. He was a comedian, actor, and writer known for Saturday Night Live. He was removed as host of the Saturday Night Live Update in 1998 for mocking O.J. Simpson during his murder trial, who was a friend of producer Don Ohlmeyer.
We all know he did it.
Cancel culture started. This day in 1956, the first black woman in space. American astronaut was the first black woman in space on this day in 1956. She also appeared in an episode of Star Trek in The Next Generation. Okay. No, she was born this day in 1956. The first day, she was the first astronaut in space in 1992 when she was aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour. Wendell, is that who she kissed? Or he kissed? Evel Knievel, he was born today. He was my hero growing up. American motorcycle stunt rider. He broke 37 bones during his stunt driving career. He was also known. He also won the Northern Rocky Mountain Ski Association class, a men's ski jumping championship in 1957. He was born this day in 1938, and he passed away in 2007.
I remember that.
Chris says TV host Peter Marshall was not his real name. His real name was Ralph Lecoq. I only know because his son was Pete Lecoq and played for the Chicago Bears or Chicago Cubs in the 1970s.
Lecoq. That sounds
Irene
French
Ryan.
for
Do
BBQ.
you remember Irene Ryan, Brenda?
No.
I don't remember her by that name, but
yeah, you mean Granny?
Who she played. Granny, yes. She was born this day on October 17th, 1902. She was the famous Granny in Beverly Hillbillies. So, and she was Jed's mother-in-law. She passed away in 1973. And this day, in 1882, conducted the first air raid from an airplane. Italian pilot in 1911, Giulio Gavanti, conducted the first air raid from an airplane. He used his, we'll just call it a monoplane, to drop 4.5 pounds, just 2 kilogram, grenades on the Ottoman military in Libya from an altitude of about 600 feet. There were no casualties from the attack. But
except for him if he flew in that thing.
The Ottoman Empire issued a protest against these type of raids because they were dropping them from above. That was in 1911, the first air raid. And Giuliani Gavatti, he was born on October 17th, 1882. Richard Minter Johnson. He was an American politician and the 9th U.S. vice president. Did you know that? He was also a House member. He was a senator.
I don't know who he is.
He's the only vice president. He's the only vice president elected by the U.S. Senate under provisions of the 12th Amendment.
Did he
Hold
fall
on,
down?
we can still break records. So, yeah, Grant, hold on here. Yes, Granny, what a name. Yes. Let me do this in order. I thought Granny was probably born during the American Revolution, to be honest.
What?
Chris says that I don't remember, or Wendell says that I don't remember, but there was a scandal about it in the news. He's talking about the first kiss there. The first published black poet, Jupiter Hammond, was born this day in 1711. He published An Even Thought Salvation by Christ with perennial cries. All right. Bill Holbrook. He was a cartoonist, but I can't remember what he's famous for. Margaret Kidder was born this day, Canadian-born actress from the film Superman, Lois Lane, and then later the Amityville Horror. My man, George Wendt, was born this day in 1948. We know George from Cheers. He was best known there. He was also in Airplane 2, the sequel. He passed away earlier this year. Michael McKean, American actor from Laverne and Shirley. Lenny was born this day in 1947.
I remember him.
Norm, yes, Norm. Singing Nun was born this day on October 17th, 1933, and lived in 1985. She was the Belgian nun, also known as Sister Smile in French, because I'm not going to try and say it in French. Her song went to number 1 in the U.S. charts and won a Grammy for Best Gospel and Other Religious Recording Musicals in 1964. Okay, Julia Adams. We know who she is. She's from the Jimmy Stewart Show and The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Betty May Adams was born this day in 1926. She passed away in 2019. Beverly Garland. We know who Beverly is. She was born this day in 1926. She was from My Three Sons. Remember that? And she later appeared on The Scarecrow in Mrs. King. Tom Poston from Mork and Mindy. Now, I don't remember him. Tom Poston, he was born in 1921 on this day. Mork and Mindy, Mr. Bickley, and then he went to be George the handyman on Newhart. I kind of remember him from that, but I swear I don't remember him from Mork and Mindy. Arthur Miller, American Pulitzer Prize winner. Death of a Salesman. He was born this day in 1915. Another pope was born today in 1912. John Paul I. He was the 263rd pope. They've had that many? Wow. Served only 34 days before he died of a heart attack. Wow. That job must have been stressful.
Maybe that's why I don't remember him. He wasn't there for very long.
He was there for 34 days, but he got a number. He was like number 240 something out, whatever. Chris said Michael McKean was also in Spinal Tap. Gene Arthur from Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and the Gene Arthur Show. Don't remember either of those. He was born in 1900 today. The real name was Gladys Green. Robert Kemper was born this day in 1899. He died in 1933. German member of U.S. prosecution team for the Nuremberg trials. He discovered the 1C protocol, a record of the 1942 Nazi meeting that approved for the, quote, final solution, the murder of 6 million Jews. It was a sad day in history. Let's see. I love my say. Marion Story died this day in 1965. American father, he and his wife, Charlotte Story, had 22 children.
Oh, my God.
On the radio show, You Bet Your Life by Groucho Marx.
They needed a TV to do something other than having children. That's a lot of kids.
During the interview, Groucho said, "You have 17 children. Why do you have so many children?" To which Charlotte replied, "Because I love my husband. Groucho said, I love my cigar too, but I take it out of my mouth every once in a while.
Oh.
For the time, that was pushing the edge.
No, wow.
I love it. I actually remember watching that show late at night on TV growing up. Julie Ward Howe died this day in 1910. She wrote the lyrics to the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And Mitzi Gaynor passed away this day. She was an American actress. We're Not Married. There's No Business Like Show Business. The Birds and the Bees in the South Pacific. Bill Macy, who was really Wolf Marvin Garber, died today in 2019. He was known for Maud's husband, Walter, on Maud. You remember him?
I remember the show, but he must have looked a little
I remember the show, but I don't remember a husband. But she was the main character, so.
Right.
Yeah, white men have been pushed down in TV sitcoms for about 3 generations now. Oh, controversial, by God. A member of the Rat Pack, American comedian Joey Bishop, passed away this day in 2007. He was with Frank, Peter, Sammy, and Dean. Man, I read that book about Sammy Davis and the porn star. Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow.
He was a Satanist. Did you know that?
What's that?
You know, he was a Satanist. Did you know that?
No, I did. Well, I can't say no. I mean, I read that book so many years ago. Surprisingly enough, I read that book when I was like 12.
Oh, jeez. Did your mother never give you anything else to read?
No, you know I grew up in a very religious house, so I
must that's true.
That contraband in somehow. Tennessee Ernie Ford, he passed away in 1991 today. Country singer, Ballad of Davy Crockett, and 16 tons. Robert Calvin Hubbard, American athlete. He was the first person elected to 3 Sports Hall of Fame. National Football Hall of Fame and the National Baseball Hall of Fame. I said 3, so probably it's college. Football college. I'm assuming, okay, that might have been before they were merged. I don't know who that was. Boniface, don't know who that is. He was the 53rd Pope. He died in 532. Okay, not sure.
Okay.
Not sure why I care. All right, we'll skip through some of this real quick. Wendell, why are you leaving me? You don't love me anymore, Wendell. What's wrong with you? Let's see. We'll just skip through this somehow because we've covered a lot of things. So, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington was released this day in 1939. Do you remember that?
But no, I wasn't around.
No, well, we continued in on the classic oldie station. All right. Well, how about this? 1963, the Beatles records. I Want to Hold Your Hand. You remember that? I'm
there
sure.
There you go. I know.
Yeah.
I wasn't around when it was created, but I do remember it.
Well, yeah, obviously. Well, I was raised not to like the Beatles, but no, I really was. October 17th, 2006, we reached 300 million. And hey, just 2 short years ago, the gates were open and we got that many more added in. So there you go. Oh, God, that could be controversial, Brenda. Why did I say that?
Crap. I don't know. Why'd you say that?
Oh, no. Those are rat's ass. Let's see here. We'll look at some celebrity birthdays that we may not have covered, and we're gonna come way up past the 1900s. Sorry if you're listening, and sorry if you're listening and I don't get any of these. So, all right. Well, we can start at how about 19. Where are we at? Alan Jackson, 1958. There we go. 67 today. Alan Jackson. Wow. Yeah. Here in the real world, Chattahoochee is where he lives. Newton, Georgia, not far from me. So yeah. All right. Yeah. We talked about Norm. Let's see. Mike Judge, American cartoon. That's why I couldn't place it. Born this day, or why I knew the name. Born in 1962, he was the American cartoonist, best known for...
Attention. We're looking for the chick with big boobs.
We are ready to do you now.
Yes, Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead.
Everybody want to see my
Well, they just asked. So he was the cartoonist who created Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill, which was another great one.
Yeah.
Office Space, Idiocracy. He was born in Ecuador. I did not know that. So I knew his work. I just didn't know his name. So that means he's famous for something, right?
I guess so.
1967, and Mark Johnson, an infielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates, was born in Massachusetts. David Ziggy Marlin, the American Grammy Award winner, was a reggae performer. All right. The son of Bob Marley was born in this day in 1968.
Oh.
And Ernie Els, he's 56 today. He's a South African golfer. Happy birthday to him. Well, let's see. We'll just keep skipping along. Eminem, wow, he is 53 today.
I believe it.
Wow. Born in 1972, American songwriter, rapper, the real Slim Shady, Lose Yourself, music producer, and movie star. He was born in Missouri.
And Denise shares a birthday with Eminem.
Alan Jackson. So that's
Alan Jackson.
Well, you know, Eminem's not that bad, to be honest with you. So I mean,
no, he's a something.
Well,
I met him in person.
Hey, yeah,
in California when my daughter was in the hospital. His daughter was in the same hospital.
Oh, okay.
I met him in person. He was all right. I don't know how he is now. So
I don't see. Here's the thing. With entertainment, musicians, and athletes, I can separate all that from their political views. I don't let somebody live rent free in my head and have trunk derangement syndrome. I can separate things, you know. So I don't know what his politics are, and I really don't care. But some of his music was really good and helped out a lot of kids that were having some troubled times during that. So yeah, he may be a bad guy. I don't know, but his music is pretty good, and it's helped a lot of people. Of course, there was the famous suicide because of him, but that's another story. 1933, Albert Einstein fled Nazi Germany and arrived in the U.S. this day in 1933. Interesting. And the same day that Marshall Bruce Mathers was born. Huh. Interesting. He fled Germany and then, come over. Okay. All right. So we're done here, right? Yeah, we're done there. It's National Clean Your Virtual Desktop Day. Brenda should keep your desktop clean. So
mine, it is. It always is. I have to keep it that way.
Yeah, I'm kind of picky about that. Chris says top 3 birthdays. Number 1, Denise. Yes, happy birthday, Denise. Alan Jackson. It's a tie between Norm and Pope Boniface. Hello, Andrew. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Please join the chat. Feel free to join in because, well, we're just kind of crazy here. It's also National Pasta Day. I'm trying to get off of pasta, go keto because my doctor's appointment yesterday.
Yeah.
Go the way
I quit eating all kinds of breads and muffins.
I did this back in 18 when I got in shape for the Fire Academy again, and I just don't have the. I just don't have the motivation.
You just have to measure it. You don't have to quit it completely.
That's what she said.
But you need to. You just need to, only have a little.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying. It's hard. It is Black Poetry Day. See, here's the thing. Why can't it just be Poetry Day? It's Child Poverty Day. We don't like to hear about children that are hungry. Day of Dignity. Who's here?
Bounty Hunting Bear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see him down there. Welcome, Bounty Hunting. We appreciate you. All of you could be listening on one of about 4 channels we're on, but I really, 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 really need you to go over to the Sportcat shows. It's also called the Paranormal Guys with a Z, and subscribe. We're so close to getting monetized. So close. And we'll talk about that. It's Loud Shirt Day. Hey, ironically, I bought a Loud shirt that'll be here over the weekend. So National Catholic Men's Conference Day, National Edge Day, National Mammography Day. Brenda, are you up to date on your mammography?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right. How about your rectal? Everything good there?
Everything's good, I think.
Wendell, Chris says, I imagine Wendell has many loud shirts. I don't know why.
I have a lot of them.
Well, see, Chris, you don't become famous until you've been Wendelled.
Oh God, yeah.
I coined that term and it stuck, and it's so true. Wear something gaudy day. Women in military service for America Memorial Anniversary. That's a lot to say. World Trauma Day. Well, there's a lot of trauma out there, so that's why they have so many therapists. And remember, I'm not a doctor or a scientist. I'm just a fat guy on the radio that likes to run my mouth. So remember that. Don't take this too serious, people.
And you're my friend.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here, so we'll just move on from it.
We're gonna get a condo together in Florida.
It's the 290th day of 2025. 65 days until winter. It was chilly here this morning. So
was it?
Yeah, it really was. It was in the 50s. That's cold.
I can't wait till it starts
in the
getting
90s.
chilly. I want to open my window and let the air come in, and put the baby gate up at the front door and let the dogs bark at everything that blows across the yard.
Chris was nicknamed the human mammographer in college.
No, geez, Chris. Chris is one of those guys that says, I'm not a gynecologist, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Hey, there's our Beaver Moon.
Beaver Moon.
Beaver. So November 5th is the Beaver Moon. We're almost there. This moon is 26 days old. It's got to go away from the beeve. So let's see. I think I covered most of this. Yeah, we did. We did enough. All right. So there you go. And what is it? What is today the best day for? Well, it's to kill plant pests, mow to slow growth, quit smoking, start diet. See, that's my doctor. She planted that in there. So it's a good day to lose weight. Yeah, I'm fat. I can't help it. All right, we'll move on from this. We'll go to something else. One thing, Ace Frehley from Kiss. Oh, calm down there, Brenda. He passed away yesterday. He was 74. He was one of the co-founders, and he was he'd been in the Hall of Fame. In fact, I think they're going back to the Hall of Fame this October. Yesterday, Kiss and co-founder guitarist Paul Dennis, Ace Frehley, died Thursday at age 74. So his real name was Paul Daniel, otherwise known as Ace Frehley. He'd been hospitalized for several weeks to treat injuries from a fall. Apparently a serious head injury that led to a brain bleed when he fell inside a recording studio, and his family confirmed his death yesterday.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. When you get older and you take that one fall, I mean, I've seen it so many times.
I have too. And usually they break a hip, and that's what does it.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
Chris says, I don't say that, my t-shirt does.
Mine says that's a bad idea. What time?
So this was breaking news as we came on. Death penalty hearing for Irina Zartuska, the lady in North Carolina that was allegedly murdered, even though it's on film to see. The Carlos Brown Jr., the man charged in the August light rail murder in Charlotte, North Carolina, was scheduled for a key court hearing today to determine his eligibility for the death penalty, but it's been pushed back to April 26th, and the court sealed it and will not let anyone know why. It's been redacted. So April 26th of next year, we're going to take care of him until then, which is bullshit. So okay, well, let me get this out of the way. I brought this up because, well, it's fun. So you're down the hall, minded your own business, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just she was And down he goes. Oh, let's see it
I'm
again.
telling you, she pushed him.
Up. Hey, this could be elder abuse. I just want you to know. It could be elder abuse.
Like I said, it still wasn't as good as Biden's fall, especially the one off the bike. That was epic.
I feel sorry for him. I mean, I really do.
He's all right.
He knows he's going down. Look right there. He doesn't take it like a chance, though. He lets out the little girly thing there. So, but he did break it. And his staffer who was supposed to be helping him was a great help.
Wait, like my mom used to say, nothing's broken, nothing's bleeding. Get up and carry on.
Yeah, he did, and he's okay.
Yes,
so.
he did.
I just, for the record, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not being reported for medical abuse. So it's funny. I don't care who it is. All right. Well, this is breaking news because remember yesterday I said, well, there could be something there. Well, suddenly we have two.
Well, then.
Down in the Atlantic, it's caught everybody by surprise. But I think I said something about it. But now there's a chance that, well, not only the Gulf, but the East Coast could see a hurricane in the next 14 days. So keep your eye on that. Yeah, the one they're slating to go across the Caribbean, and then they anticipate it turning right, which would be north. And depending on where it turns, it could be trouble. Of course, Lorenzo, it's just out there being Lorenzo. But what is it? Melissa is the next one. She's going to be the troublemaker. So here you go, Brenda. This was a story you were talking about. A woman accused of threatening ICE agents in Massachusetts. No, this isn't the one who allegedly referenced Charlie Kirk's death. Hey, I'll get more likes now. I said Charlie Kirk. So apparently if you talk about Charlie Kirk every day, you get likes and views. I don't understand how it works.
Well, a lot of people liked him.
Well, no, I get that. But, I mean, we could talk about the court case, but why are we keep going on with all these conspiracies? It's obvious what happened. If you actually watch it, and you're educated to the anatomy and physiology, you don't have to be a scientist to know, bullets don't do that. So, but,
right.
Denise can't do pasta either. So this alleged incident happened in September, right before noon. She apparently, she was screaming and trying to record an officer, and she called him monster. See, this is the problem. Calls them monsters. And she said she was an American civilian. She had the right to be there and film them, which she may. I don't know if she was on private property or not. The agents told her to back off, and she called them. Oh, there it is. See, there it is, right there. Yeah. While agents were leading the person to the arrest, she shouted, "Charlie Kirk died, and we love it." That's the party of love, isn't it? Isn't that the party of love? The party.
It is.
Party of
it is
lots of people who are bloated heads. Federal grand jury on Wednesday night indicted two people allegedly tied to Antifa terrorism for an attack in July in Texas, and they're going to be charged for the first time ever. They've arrested anarchist violent extremists and charged these Antifa aligned individuals with material support to terrorism, according to FBI Director Kash Patel. So, move comes after President Trump has designated Antifa as a domestic terror organization earlier this month. And then they quickly made Kimmel and The View go out there and say, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
I know.
Andrea, I don't know if I said hello. Chris says, you get twice as many views because you mentioned Charlie Kirk, and Wendell mentioned Captain Kirk. There you go. Why I'm on this page? I don't see any news as to why I'm on this page. So we'll move on. Maybe it was important. So Charlie Kirk murder case update. Tyler Robinson perhaps acted not alone. He has shocking ties to pro-trans. Good Lord, they should put it on one line so I could read it. Pro-trans extremist furries have been revealed. So the assassination, Charlie Kirk is no longer being treated as an act of a lone gunman. An exclusive development, the FBI revealed that they suspected killer, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, may have received help from a sprawling and bizarre extended network of extremists, online extremists. Now probing a strange coalition of suspects from armed pro-trans activists and sexualized animal-obsessed furries to anonymous financial backers, suggesting a far deeper conspiracy behind the shocking murder that has shaken the world. So stay tuned. There's more. So
well, always.
all right. So we've talked about this for a couple days now. The jet that was carrying SecDef or Secretary of War Pete Hegseth had to make an emergency landing in England. We covered it live, but they're now investigating because this apparently has occurred to several other jets that were similar. February 2025, the exact same thing happened to a jet carrying Secretary of State Marco Rubio. They had to return to Washington in an emergency midair collision. So they're now investigating this as more than just, well, once is okay. I mean, twice.
Are they hitting birds, or is that why the windows are breaking?
Terrorist birds, bro. They're
terrorist birds. Okay, I can see that.
Goose. Speaking of terrorists, Don Lemon went on TV yesterday and went on a rant. Apparently, he's now loving the Second Amendment. So,
is he now?
The only good thing you can say is about it is his recommendation to all people with more melon than an albino. They go out and purchase a firearm and prepare to fight it out with ICE.
Oh my God.
CBP agents who are working to deport. See, he even says it in his quote, illegal aliens. He said the word. So he told non-white people to get armed and be prepared to fight. See, this is the problem. When you start saying that, and you're going to call them the N-word and all this other stuff, we're going to go too far with this, and this is going to not end well in the United States. So, algorithms have changed.
Look,
Bounty Hunter.
People, listen. They want a civil war. Don't give them what they want.
Yeah,
Good God, don't do it.
Yeah, it's not. We don't want war anywhere over there, here. That's like a Dr. Seuss thing. I don't want it anywhere. So, well, we know the U.S. carried out another strike against a Venezuelan drug cartel boat, and I've got mixed reporting on this. They say 21 people were killed, but there was apparently no survivors in one. But then another report said there were survivors. And then we got a report that it could have also been a submarine. So it was mixed reporting on this, but we did apparently shoot something, and we may have taken some prisoners. I'm not really sure, but the Coast Guard is seizing all kinds of cocaine since.
Now, how are they getting it when they're shooting the boat? Don't those boats sink?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess if they're floating in the water, it'd be kind of nice to go pick them up.
Oh yeah, they might float. I
am not saying take the drone and open fire on them. I am not saying that, but
look, if the drugs get loose in the ocean, we're going to have a lot of high seals, dolphins, and whales. Okay,
we're gonna have what was the Sharknado? We'll have Dolphinado.
Oh God!
Hello, Monica.
I've seen one of those movies where they had a big shark that was hooked on like heroin. It kept eating all the people that were transporting it.
Yeah. The U.S. commander overseeing Venezuela missile strikes is retiring in December. Now, they're making a big deal out of this because, well, he's retiring after having only been on the job for about a year. And so they're trying to make a big deal out of this. They're questioning why an admiral of 37 years would suddenly just quit a job he started in November. All right, well, let's think about this. He's been there. I've been in public safety, and I can tell you there's lots of guys and gals that will make captain or battalion chief, and they'll take it long enough to freeze that salary, and then they're out. It's 37 years. If he wants to retire, let him retire.
Right.
I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. I mean, he may come out later. He probably will write a book, but he's got 37 years. Let him retire peacefully.
I know, right? God.
Zelenskiy, he was 19 minutes late, according to my friend that was in the gaggle outside the White House. He had to wait. He was late. He was 19 minutes late. So when he appeared, he had already pissed off Trump.
He's the only one that's allowed to be late, not Zelenskiy.
Yeah. So, well, everything is on a time, you know. So, and they're anxiously approaching the Beaver Moon. So,
right.
Him and Zelenskiy were talking about missiles, and I'm sure Zelenskiy wants more effing money. So, and the final details are being worked out for President Trump to meet Putin. I guess you call him President Putin. I don't know. To meet in Budapest. They're working out details, and they have sent their ambassadors to talk beforehand. And I'm sure there's probably plenty of other people that go with the front of them to make sure it's safe and all that stuff. So, so that apparently is going to happen on Friday. So he's talking to Zelenskiy today. This is the man that just got back from the Middle East. Good Lord, he's everybody says his age is a problem.
There's got to be like 6 of him, because how can this man just?
Yeah,
I couldn't do that at my age.
So everybody that knows, I do occasionally disagree with things, but this would be one of them. President Trump wants to build an arch near the Lincoln Memorial. He's putting extra funds from construction from the new ballroom, and he says that could be used to build the arch. And he's holding up what it looks like. He's talking about a key bridge, if I remember my geography correctly.
I wonder why. Why the arch?
I don't know. He also suggested they put a statue of Christ outside the Oval Office. I think you're going a little bit too far here, President Trump. Do your job, stay in your lane. I appreciate the fact you're sprucing up the White House and all that, but stay in your lane.
Well, it's better than having what they've had out there before, so I can't complain too much. I mean, I'd rather have that than they had a thing of
bombing people. I mean, if we're gonna have a choice, I mean, to be honest, I mean, that's what I would prefer if I out of the two, but
no bombing.
Yeah, I remember when the National Mall was a sanctuary, and now they're building memorials on it, and I don't know how I feel about that, because I grew up with it being a sanctuary. It was like you don't do anything on the National Mall. Now we have the was it World War II, and they're putting a Desert Storm up on the mall, and I agree they don't have space to do this for everything, but it's the National Mall.
They need to do something about the Colorado airport. That place is just, you walk in there and it's got so much.
It's a private facility. That part is. So Chris says not everyone wants to stay in a job and collect a job for 60 years like Biden. Yeah, exactly.
Chris,
Denise doesn't like the view.
Bridge
are sick.
Yeah, Chris.
Stick to big and beautiful phone calls.
Yeah.
Agreed. So
what? You don't want a big beautiful arch? What? Come on.
I don't care. It's all this time there hasn't been one. Maybe the bridge needs repair. Fix the bridge. Why does it need a big, beautiful, bold arch?
Well, it goes good with the big, beautiful ballroom.
Do you know that thing's actually going to be bigger than the White House?
Well, good. Maybe they'll knock the White House down and just use it. I don't know.
When the White House was built, we talked about this a couple days ago when they laid the cornerstone. It took them 16 years, and the British burned it down once to build it, and it was built in that era, and it's been remodeled a couple times. I'm sure they're like 15 stories deep below it by now, but at least, and if they're going to entertain people, they need a bigger area. So I agree with it, but I think they got a little carried away.
Well, and a lot of it, and what people don't understand is a lot of the money that's going into that is coming from him himself from the lawsuits he's been winning. That's his money he's putting into
funds.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
Private funds. So, I mean, I agree it need to be done, but let's leave that at that. Maybe get some new curtains. You don't need it. So Saturday, all the other prepper shows on the YouTube around the world are Hello Moxley and Monica, in case I missed you. All of them are saying be prepared that the world's going to end Saturday.
Oh jeez. Oh God.
I mean, I doom scroll so you don't have to. That's my job to you. And some of these people are completely unhinged. See, there's people on that side that are unhinged, as well as the people on that side that are unhinged.
Yeah, I know.
So, No Kings projects is going to have massive turnout. Remember, I told you the other day, yes, they were building fence. My buddy called me in the middle of the night. They were building fences. So,
yeah.
They are protesting a king. We're going to demonstrate against the policy of the Trump administration and the ongoing ICE arrest and deployment of National Guard troops. All right. My question is this. Why are we protesting taking out illegal people, first off? And question any of the cities, find residents, and ask them what they think of the National Guard being there to help. So why don't and remember, a king wouldn't let this protest happen.
I wonder what Charles thinks about this.
Well, I watched another show last night, and he went, I'm not going this far, but he went as far as saying, since there are really no kings, they must be protesting the actual king, which would be Jesus Christ, if you're in that religion. Right. And they're saying that that's what they're protesting. I don't know that it goes that far.
Okay, so they're saying that no Jesus. Yeah. Is that what they're saying? No Jesus?
Well, that's what this commentator, I'll call him. He's a podcaster like me.
Well,
that was his opinion because there are no kings in America.
I think I heard that before. I think you're right. I think I heard that before.
I'm not personally going to go that far with it. Here's the deal. They have the right to peacefully protest. I support it. If they want to have 10 million people, knock yourself out. But don't harm or get in the way with innocent people. Let your right starts or stops at my right to be able to be me. So Chris says kings would never allow these protests to occur. The fact that they are happening proves we are not. We don't have one. So Bounty Hunter says he believes something will happen. Yeah. They're trying to spark it. They are trying to spark it so bad. Well, the White House actually responded with a quote, "Who cares?" So he's going to be golfing somewhere. Texas governor is deploying the National Guard ahead of this protest. No kings. Texas Governor Abbott has ordered National Guard and DPS tactical units to secure the Capitol in Austin.
Yep.
Citing credible concerns over Antifa-linked groups of potential unrest during a planned No Kings Day. So the Texas governor has already deployed his National Guard. I'm sure he's putting up fences too. So,
well, like I said, we're getting our shopping done today so that I don't have to leave my house the rest of the weekend because they'll be down here in Bell County too. So
Walmart delivers, but
I don't shop at Walmart.
I don't dare shop either, but they got cheap groceries and they deliver. So
yeah.
All right. So I said this the other day. They are going to primary this dude. They are going to torture Senator John Fetterman. I will say I almost think he's doing an Obama thing. Hear me out. He is not turning to a Republican, but he's going back more close to where the Democrats used to be, and he's outspoken. And so he will separate himself from the Democrat Party, and he becomes a viable candidate later on. Just watch, pay attention. I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but he is his own man, according to this article from Legal Insurrection. So Fetterman congratulated the president on the peace deal. If you remember that was a bad. You don't do that. He is ripped into the woke left for viewing Trump supporters as fascist and Nazis during a News Nation town hall at the Kennedy Center Wednesday night. He said, "I'm the only Democrat in my family. I grew up in a conservative part of Pennsylvania. I know and I love people that voted for President Trump, but they are not fascists. They're not Nazis. They're not trying to destroy the Constitution and those things." And that's part of another thing. I refuse, this is his quote, "I refuse to call people Nazis and fascists. I would never compare anybody to Hitler in those things." He went on to say that warning extreme kind like this could come down with incendiary rhetoric. And then he referenced the attack on the assassination attempt on President Trump and the death of Charlie Kirk, and how it sparked a Tinder. It's done something. So he says he refuses to call him that, and they're going to primary him. They're going to try and get rid of him because
he's gotten a lot. He's a lot better than what he was when he first started. When he first started, it's like he's more put together right now.
Yeah, but they won't like him because of that. So we talked about this the other day
because of that. So what difference does it make?
Yeah, well, maybe he'll be Vance's vice president.
Yeah, I've seen Marco Rubio.
He could switch to Republican. I mean, I can see it. Well, Obama's even been quoted saying that the Democrats today aren't the Democrats of his era, that they were way to the other side.
Now, didn't they have a president at one time that had a Democrat as a vice president? Oh, yeah. Or it was a Democratic president that had a Republican vice president? Wasn't it Kennedy?
I don't remember, to be honest. I'd have to Google that, but I do know that it has happened. So
yeah.
We talked about this yesterday. The reporters leaving the Pentagon en masse, but all but one news organization stayed. So let's see who stayed. Pentagon Press Association members are still reporting, but they're not going to be in the Pentagon. Let's see. Axios is the one who did not sign and will still be in the Pentagon. So, all right. So Axios, we'll have to watch them, but all the bigs, NBC, ABC, CBS, what does this list? CBS, NPR, AP, all the big ones, they left. So,
and they wouldn't sign the agreement.
They had to surrender their credentials within 24 hours. So at the close of business day. So my buddy was out there actually taking pictures of them. In fact, this may be some of his pictures, but and we talked about that before. It's the, I don't know. And here we go. We had a guy that is a billion, you heard me correct, billionaire, and he just won $1.4 million playing blackjack in Vegas. Guess who that was?
Who?
Yes. He's a governor. He's down there telling people how the little people should be, but he's a governor. Yes. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker.
Oh, God.
Reported that he won $1.4 million
wow.
during a vacation. All right. So if you're in that kind of high stakes, why are you an elected official? Oh, wait, you've got the money to buy it. So
somebody needs to check his shoe for one of those sensors that goes off with the dealing.
All right, we are running almost on time today, Brenda. We may do good.
Gosh.
Shutdown. So, well, FEMA is not on the job. Let me catch up with the comments here. Denise says that's my president. And Chris says, I believe a majority of those people have absolutely no belief in Jesus Christ, but I don't think they're advanced enough to intellectually have thought that far ahead. That's an interesting way of thinking about it. Let's see. I saw somebody. Was it Brenda? She said, did he wear a suit? No, he didn't wear a suit for that. And at actually town hall, I'm pretty sure that was the one Stephen Smith walked out on. He may have been at the one in New York.
Maybe.
And I should have covered that. He is making some waves. So that's our president. Hey, there we go. A Fetterman Stephen A ticket. I can see it. So Fetterman is absolutely right. The overuse of the N-word in entertainment and fascist and Nazi in politicians' political opinions have totally wavered down the power the words once had. Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to what we normally do, the daily operations briefing. And since the Fed's on break, they're not that concerned. Here's the report. Just take it. So they reported this for Thursday, and today is Friday. It's Friday. So things they were worried about for today: rain, thunderstorm in the northern plains to the Rockies. And they only mentioned one disturbance in this, so they weren't paying attention. I hope they are busy with Alaska. I understand that between the Alaskan National Guard, the military, Coast Guard, and DHS, they've evacuated over 300,000 from this horrible flooding and storm that has just been eroding Alaska. So it was so important they got 2 pages. So there you go.
Wow.
To sum it up, over 300,000. They've got all kinds of emergency centers activated. It's hard for people in the lower 48, and I'm saying as like teams to go assist. West Coast teams would be more equipped to go assist. It's hard to get somebody from, like the Miami team or the Washington team. So, because of their location. So they haven't activated any teams that I'm aware of, but if they would.
What about Canada? Can't Canada go help them? I know they can't help themselves, but
I don't know what their case. I have no idea. So it's like the Mexican Navy; they sank their one ship. So no, that was the Venezuelan Navy. They just did that. Sorry.
Well,
that's
prayers go out to people in Alaska. That's horrible.
Exactly. All right, so let's look at the president's schedule since he's still working. Well, they've updated it since earlier. Go away. All right, so 9 a.m. if you're in the press, you better be in your cubicle. 11:46, press office lunch lid until 12:40. All right, that's interesting that they called a lunch lid with the press inside. 1 o'clock, the president greeted the president of Ukraine. It was open press because obviously it came in from the outside. Then 1:15, I wonder if that was late. It's really 1:30. He was at a bilateral lunch with the president of Ukraine. And then at 2 o'clock, they called in the out-of-town press to come in to join Andrews. So he must be going somewhere. Well, he departs the White House en route to Palm Beach at 3 o'clock. I did not know that was added. And then at 5:25, he will arrive at Mar-a-Lago. So he's going home for the weekend. Good for him. So, that's why they called the out-of-town press in.
That's probably a good place for him to be this weekend anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Let's look at I haven't covered the Bolton thing because they say that's their targeting. Didn't another administration do it? See, here's the problem. They're all crooked. Every damn one of them. So, Trump said he expects more countries to join the Abraham Accord, and we have succeeded in blocking a global fee on shipping emissions as international meeting adjourns without new regulations. John Bolton arrived. We're waiting for the 5 o'clock drop. What's the 5 o'clock drop going to be today? There hasn't been much besides Bolton hitting the news today. So that and the senators in here's the deal. They come and they want to introduce resolution to restrain the U.S. from attacking Venezuela. While you're there, can't you vote to pay the troops? Even though they're already getting paid, President Trump has seen to that. But while you're there, why don't you just sign that clean bill? Just sign it. Let's get the government back to work. So, all right. So, President Trump and President Zelensky. I have a hard time calling him President. Zelensky had the meeting today. And then, according to the NBC Washington, Bolton pled not guilty. Hakeem Jeffries blasts Carolyn Levitt for calling Democratic constituents terrorists, criminals, and illegal aliens. Okay, so hold on a minute. He is going to actually have the balls to say it when they're using the N-word like it's a freaking candy store.
Well, wait. So didn't they call Trump supporters garbage?
Yes.
And terrorists?
Yes.
And so, oh my gosh.
Her exact quote, let's be fair, let me start again. The Democrat Party's main constituency is made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. Now, that is a bit harsh, I will agree, but see, this is it. They're going to do this name calling back and forth. How about this, Hakeem? Get in there and do your damn job that your people from New York sent you to do. God. All right, so apparently there's been a in vitro fertilization has become more. We're going to have Trump fertilization. That's what it's going to be called.
Oh God.
What to know? I'm telling you, if you listen to all the other shows with the No Kings, yeah, it's going to be bad. But some people are calling them conservatives. They're called hate American rallies. While others say it's patriotic. So see, this is going to be the problem.
Oh God. Okay, so it's hate America, but it's patriotic.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. They're trying to stir trouble. They need to.
I have an idea. Everybody that doesn't like America, go to Venezuela.
Well,
move to Venezuela.
Probably a bad place to be right about now. So
move to China. See what happens.
Bad place to be right about now. You could be sucking on a bomb.
I'm moving to Russia.
Probably safer. All right, so the National Weather Service, this is from October 17th, or this is valid for, October 17th. This is good through tonight. If you're in Montana, Wyoming, or Idaho, you may see some mixed precipitation from the Great Lakes and a swath all the way across the Midwest down to Texas. You could see some storms, and that's going to intensify over the weekend. I'm not sure if it'll have the energy to make bad storms, but it's going to storm. Our friends down in the Keys, they can expect a soaker today, as well as the Texas coast and the Gulf of America. And for tomorrow, that cold front is going to move down, depending on the timing. It could be anywhere from the Ohio Valley down into the deep south past Texas. So keep weather aware, because I won't be here to read. I repeat, I'm not a scientist or a meteorologist. I'm not here over the weekend to read the forecast. So there you go. And then by day 3, I can print out a degree. It's not that big a deal. Day 3 forecast. Well, it looks like the cold front's finally going to make its way through, and it's going to be rainy in the Northeast all the way down to Florida. So look for some rain over the weekend, but hold on to your drawers for Saturday. All right, let's give our friends in Australia their information, since they've been so patient to already listen to me this far, which I'm still trying to figure out why, but I love them all. Today, is right now in Sydney, is 16.2 Celsius with a slight breeze out of the southwest. It's partly cloudy. In Melbourne, it's 9.8. Why don't we just call it 10? That's your low. We've got some brisk winds blowing in, but it's going to be mostly sunny. Brisbane, 19.3 currently. We're going to make it up to 33 today with some storm showers developing later in the day. Perth, our audience there, we love all of you. We love all of you in Australia. I love all my audience. It's 19.5 now in Perth. It's not going to get too much warmer. You're only going to make it at 22 today, but you're going to have some showers. So Adelaide, well, you're at 8.9. Not 9, 8.9. And it's kind of calm where you are right now and sunny. So Hobart, well, you're at 9.3. You're only going to make it up to 17 today, and you could see some showers. Canberra, well, you're at 9.8 currently. We're going to make it to 26, partly cloudy skies. Darwin, right now you are at 26. You got a little breeze out of the southeast. You're going to go up to 36 today. So there you go.
Now their low numbers are like hot, right? Like our low numbers are cold. Theirs are hot, right?
They're all, it's in measurements of 10. Getting 10s, 0 to 10 would be our 32 to 42, roughly. I mean, it's a rough calculation. So that's a rough calculation. All right, so looking at this, they're not calling for any tornadic activity, but with those storms moving, that cold front meeting in the middle of the country, there's a possibility for some storms and high winds. So be prepared as the cold front comes through. Winter is coming. So I think we just looked at this one, didn't we? Yeah, we did. All right, so we can move on. But here's the deal. Either they're asleep and didn't give us any predicted amount of precipitation, or it's not going to precipitate. This office didn't talk to the other office. So.
Oops. They must be on vacation.
Yeah, probably. But hey, somebody, well, actually, some of the groups have talked, whatever you call them, other shows have called that since we've had the shutdown, the skies are so blue and the weather is so good.
Yes.
And but the military's still funded, so wouldn't that be if you go along with that conspiracy, wouldn't they still be funded?
Well, yeah, but I think that a lot of it's like private, not you know.
It's been 14 years in aviation. I never saw one single jet or talked to any pilot about that. It could be top secret. Hell, I don't know. But at any rate, we go over to the other map and we look, and they have the same. So apparently, we're not anticipating much precipitation in the United States. And down in Australia, well, it looks like it's going to be pretty good for you. Maybe a shower over on the Brisbane coast, coming inland. That would be about it. Did I say that right? Yeah, Brisbane coast. So maybe. So you're looking pretty good. Here we go. National Hurricane Center. We got one going out to sea there. He's just doing his own thing. And here we got, what did I say it was? Margaret. What's the next one's name? Mitch, Margaret, Mike, Mickey. Hell, I don't remember already. See, that's how serious I am about this. But we have talked. I talked about it. I did actually mention that the weather is still conducive out there because the dust isn't still stirred up. So one could possibly form, according to them, there's a 30% in the next 7 days. So keep your eyes in the Gulf on that. And there's also one out here that is popped up too in the Atlantic. This is the Google version of what's going on. And of course, there we have Humberto just going out to sea. And this is their prognostication for that front. They're saying it's going to make it all the way across, traveling opposite of the country. There's a little chance it could go to the Gulf of America. This is a Google spaghetti model. And this is all new, but so far they say it's been pretty accurate. So we'll see. There we go. I'll watch the spaghetti model so you don't have to. Take a quick look out in the coast. And let's see what we got. And yeah, we have Humberto just going away out there. He's probably pushing those others further south, so that's probably good. This is what I want. Full wide. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, we see him going out to sea, but down here, this is where the trouble could be. So keep your eyes on it. It could happen. What is that? I done forgot the name of it.
I don't know.
Started with an M. I know that. So
probably Margaret. Who knows? Maggie.
The Weather Channel. Yeah, it might have been. The Weather Channel says 0% in 2 days, in the next 2 days, but there is a chance in 7 days that it could form. So keep your eyes and ears open. And hey, ironically enough, that's near Venezuela. So there you go.
Oh.
All right. What's the first alert we're going to see?
Gotta be Andy.
Yeah. Yes. Montgomery County, Maryland, test message. Test message received. You're good. Montana has some high wind watches. Remember, we talked about that as that cold front comes across. And Nebraska has freeze warning, and Wyoming has a high wind warning as well. That cold front comes through. I'm not reading all the ones for the coastal areas because I would go to a Coast Guard station and read if I could. So the chat either died or because the last comment I have is from Chris about 20 minutes ago. So Colorado, Kansas, and Nebraska, you're under a freeze watch. So yeah, winter's coming. It's coming. So of course down in the Gulf and along the eastern coastline, there's got to worry about rip currents because the storms and the one out to sea churning up some stuff. And there's a flood warning in Florida. That's for southern Florida. So we get back up here to Alaska, heavy freezing spray warning. So in Alaska, so they get
Alaska.
They get the storm. Now they get the freezing weather storm coming out. A frozen typhoon coming at you. Good Lord. I would love to go visit there, but I'm telling you, this is making me think twice.
Not now.
Oregon is having a freeze warning as well. Wyoming, we talked about the high winds. North Carolina, yes, they've issued all the beach statements for the weekend. Yeah, so rip currents in Florida and special weather statement for Alaska. You're going to have a lot of weather. I feel so bad for those people. I really do.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Let's take a look up here and see what the radar looks like. See, it's not too bad, but it's the winds from this storm. So it's not the intensity of the storm. It's the wind, and now it's cold, high winds. I can tell you from fighting a fire and coming out and it being, 200, 400, whatever it is, 1,000 degrees inside, coming out and it's, freezing and your stuff freezing on you. That's miserable. Oh, it's just miserable. So I feel sorry for them. I really do. All right, so looking at the current weather map with all the warnings we just talked about, Midwest, you got your freeze warnings. You get your high wind warnings up in the North Midwest. Great Lakes, all these warnings are for you and your small craft and gale warnings, so probably for winds. We get over to the east, and it's pretty much going to be freeze warning from Montreal down to New York City. So it says it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Well, I don't know about humidity in a freezing storm. I've been in I've had thunder snow, but I've never
thunder snow.
Yeah, I've been in Tennessee. They're known for that. They've had thunder snow. So
yeah.
Let's zoom out here and we see all the warnings and watches and everything we talked about for us. Let's drop down to our friends in Australia and see what they got going on here. So in Darwin, there is a severe heat wave warning for the Northern Territory. And for Western Australia, there is a severe heat wave. So make sure to stay hydrated and prolonged exposure to the sun. Put on some sunscreen. So in Barkley North Fire District, it's an extreme fire weather warning. Probably so dry down there. And along the coastline, let's see what we have here. Strong wind for the coastal waters between Cape Preston and Cape, what was that, Cuvier? Basically the West Coast has got that. Drop down here to Melbourne, and let's see what we got. They have cancellation of the wind warning for coastal waters between Cape Otway and Wilson's Promontory. So they've canceled it. That's funny that they would advertise it. And then we get up to closer to Canberra, and the sheep grazers in the snowy mountains need to be careful with the winds and their sheep. So
your sheep.
Well, that's interesting. Their weather service will change it to a green, meaning it's been canceled. So, and then I've never heard of any type of animal warning. I think that's good though. It's good. Denise says she hates the snow. I like one good snow. That's about it. Other than that, just go away. All right. So, who's the hottest, Brenda? Who do you think it is today?
Probably me.
It's in Odessa at 87 currently. It's very warm up there. Boston, Up in Boston, you're going to make it to 60 with cloudy skies today. New York City, 64 sunny. It's going to be cloudy over the weekend, but stay in the 60s or low 70s. Washington, D.C., well, it's 65, or it's going to be 65, and clear skies till the weekend when there's some there's some cloudy skies coming, so up until Sunday. Drop down to somewhere near where the president is. What was it, Coral Springs? Would that be close? High of 80 today, partly cloudy skies down there where he is.
Oh, it's nice out there. It's 88 currently right now at my house.
It's 83 in Mobile, Alabama. Here in Atlanta, we're at 80. That's our high. Whew. We're going to stay hot all weekend. It's going to stay in the low 80s, high 70s. So Denise says it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Chicago, well, 73 cloudy skies. We're going to be drizzly over the weekend in the 70s, maybe even down to the low 60s. So, all right. Well, let's look at Portland because we know we're going to hear Portland in the news. Let's see what the weather's going to be. Well, right now it is 60 degrees. They're going to be 62 as their high. And here we go. Let's pray for this. 42 as their low with rain and high of 57. Sunday, pretty much the same thing. So maybe it'll rain them out down there. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. They still run around in their weird looking costumes. And
yeah, exactly.
they're funny. I laugh.
Okay. Remember when I was giving the weather forecast, calling it Australia, and I was down in Antarctica? I felt so bad about that because I wasn't feeling well that day. I had a fever. I was giving the weather force for Australia and Antarctica. Oh, and I wasn't even on the cold meds. So Darwin is the hot spot right now at 82 Fahrenheit. So Darwin is the hot spot, 82 Fahrenheit. And you can look for that to get even hotter today. It's going to be up to almost whatever 100 degrees for you guys is. It's going to be hot. So yeah, the northern and western territories, it is going to be hot. Their warnings are good. But you drop down here to Melbourne, and it's like 50 and clear. You know, so and then you get up to Canberra, and you know it's like 75. That they have such varying weather. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Monica said it's 62 in Pittsburgh, but it's going to get down to 40 tonight. So
but it's coming. So, all right, let's move on here because we know the heat risk is pretty much null, but anywhere from the Mississippi Valley up to the Great Lakes and on the west side, it could be a little warm today, but just look for that to dissipate. That's going to go away. All right, let's see. Yep, there we go. All right, so the cold front has made it down, and it is causing some storms, and it's right there in that area between Iowa, Nebraska, and Kansas, and it's got a little bit of punch to it. So if you're in those areas, pay attention to your weather radio. Let's jump up here to Alaska and make sure there's no lightning in their snow. Good Lord, that would be horrible.
Yeah.
You're dodging ice balls and thunder or lightning. Let's jump down to Australia real quick and see what is going down there electrical wise. It looks like it's off New South Wales, what they call it, NSW. I gotta learn the terms. I should by now. The storm is off the sea there, so it doesn't look like for the continent there's anything. Let's look over here at the States now. I don't have this for Australia. I'm not sure how your power outages work, but here we have a system called poweroutage.com, and you can go look. California currently has 10,137 people without juice. Colorado's next at 4,000. Brenda, you're right in the middle there, 2,500.
I still have power.
I don't know what to tell you. Looks like in Los Angeles is where the peak power outages are. In Santa Barbara, probably the high winds out there. So let's see for Oregon. Where is it? Anybody? Lane County and Yamhill and Columbia and Josephine. Those are the power company. They're the ones without juice. Let's see over here where you are, Brenda. How about Hudspeth County? Or Pecos County? Mitchell? How come your counties are all square? Briscoe? Drop down here. I can't even pronounce that. Zavala? Damn it. That's close enough to damn it.
Damn it. How about damn it?
There's a place in Georgia called Between. It really is. It's not far from me. Where do you live? Between Georgia? Between Georgia and what? Between Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the taint. It doesn't really exist, but it's there.
They just sit around and smoke weed while they're trying to name these cities.
Exactly. Let's see. The last earthquake to occur, according to this, worldwide, was in Russia at the Mongolian border region. It was a 4.2. So let's go. I like the other map because it shows us. And there is also. Oh, by the way, in Alaska they have volcanoes that they're uploaded for.
Oh God. No.
Woo Riders DG says it's 79 degrees with a low of 57, Northeast Florida. I'm gonna be in Florida so bad.
Yeah.
I want to have a southern studio. I really do so bad.
Yeah.
I need to find a rich woman. If there's a rich woman that wants to go in and buy a condo, no strings attached in Florida, let me know.
Hey.
So I said rich woman, Brenda. We already discovered that ain't you. So
no, that ain't me. Don't I wish?
There was a little shaker up in East Tennessee the other day at 2.1, and they had one out in Colorado yesterday of 3.0. So those are what's been shaken in the U.S. out west. They had one in Greater L.A., which was 2.0. Down in the Baja, they had a 4.0. So that whole area's had some. And there's another channel that's saying that doom and gloom, they're going to be a big one and they're going to fall off the. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God, they were saying that when I was like 6.
Well, here's the deal. We have 3i Atlas that is now interacting with the sun. And it's causing disturbances with the solar winds and the solar storms. And oh God, we're all going to die. So South Australia yesterday, I guess it would be yesterday to me, you had a 2.5 earthquake. So let's see here. Currently, I really don't think they're updating this because I think there's more fires than this. But what you see here is mainly up in Northern California and Oregon, Washington, where the fires are. Texas has got a couple, according to this. Even down in the Bay, Louisiana, they're saying there's some. I don't know how accurate
that
this
might
is.
Be Susie.
Susie, watch out. Well, I mean, to be honest, what state was this? They made it as the highest. Was that Arkansas? So Arkansas was the highest fire yesterday. No, Alabama was. I'm sorry. That is not Alabama. Maybe I'm reading the graph wrong, but anyhow, Alabama had 76 fires. Arizona 3. What is Wendell doing there? Arkansas had. They did 349. What the hell?
Wow.
Show this thing. Don't show the 0 there. I don't know. Maybe just need to be updated. Arkansas, Louisiana, Georgia, Mississippi, Missouri, Idaho, North Carolina, and Alabama. They are the ones that are the highest in the pixel count, the top 10. That means in the last 24 hours, that's the number of fires. That's including apartments and structures and burning the chicken coop down too. So
yeah.
That's the
thing. Alabama, that's Bobby. He's out there with the fire trying to cook pancakes.
I haven't talked to Bobby. I need to talk to Bobby because this is Alabama and Tennessee. This is Hate Alabama week. And I've been so busy. I haven't even had a chance to razz him. So, but we'll see. Saturday's going to be a tough day. So, all right, looking at the smoke, pretty much the deep south up to the short Midwest is smoky all the way down to Mexico City. So there's some fires out there. The air quality isn't that great right over Dallas, of course. And then, of course, you see the one big brown spot. That's the Tennessee-Georgia line. There must be a fire there. So, Chris says, breaking news. I have a fire on my left elbow. Something must have bit me. It's itching.
Chris, it was a fire ant. Go put it out.
All right. Let's see. Choose another region. Well, hell, I chose the globe. This thing has been acting up today.
It's the marble.
It's the big marble. Well, they flattened it out to show you. Well, what it will show you is that there's some dust and smoke out there. There's your volcano updates for Hawaii and Alaska. I'm sorry, Alaska. Great Sitkin and Shishlaladan. Code yellow and orange.
No.
Got earthquakes to worry about. They got a frozen typhoon, and they have volcanoes. Good Lord, they got everything. Currently, there is no tsunami watches, advisories, or even a threat. So that's good news.
Yeah,
and we're doing pretty good. I'm gonna just I don't understand the space weather enough to tell you what's going on. I'm just gonna tell you there is some there's some space weather. Woo Rider says he's gonna email some photos of my pecs later. So he's been a good boy. Oh, Brendan, you got a stalker already.
No, that's my woo.
That's your woo.
My woo boo.
I'm not even going to bother telling you what the hell this means. That's the sun. These are storms.
The sun. Here's your storms.
I have not educated myself enough to be called a scientist on anything, especially space weather. I can tell you that. How about this? I can tell you this. Amateur radio operators did discover a secret Starlink. Yes, that wasn't really covered in the news. I think they had like one or two headlines, but a secret Starlink that the government has been putting up. And oh, by the way, they got another one going up this weekend. So,
in secret. Elon Musk must be busy.
You can't launch a rocket in secret. You kind of know. I mean, maybe in Alaska.
Maybe there.
Yeah, that's for people. Oh, let's look up here and see. See, it's the high winds on the islands, the barrier islands. It's just sitting there. Wow, it's just sitting there. So it's causing. I feel so sorry for those people. I wish I knew enough to be able to say that this is like a normal season for them, but I don't. So I don't want to say that. I don't want to be rude and say that. But yeah, those poor people. In Australia, it looks like you're going to have pretty, maybe some gusty winds today, but nothing too bad. Let's look at the disaster alert here for a minute. There's 2 new notifications. Storm segments. What do you bet this is going to be, Australia? Storm segments. Okay. Well, all right. Well, it won't show me where they are, but Indonesia. No, that was updated 3 hours ago. Why does it say reported 6 months ago, but updated 3 months ago or 3 hours ago? Let's refresh and see what's going on. It's probably not going to refresh. I think AT&T is messing with me because I filed a claim on them. I think that's
probably.
I really did. You destroyed my new siding. Fuckers got to pay for it. So there you go. A big red dot in the middle of the barrier islands. As soon as this thing comes up to tell us where the big red dot is, I'll inform you. I'm going to bet it's a earthquake. Well, tell me how big it is, or how.
It won't tell you.
Magnitude 5.1. That's usually the first thing. So that's a pretty big shaker. So let's get this straight. They got a frozen typhoon. They have volcanoes. Now they've had a major earthquake. Oh, what else is that? Woo Rider said, I haven't seen you live often, Renee. How have you and your family been? I thought it was Swindle. I apologize, Woo Rider. All right. These are disasters. Hey, yes, just forget it. There's some bad shit out there. Let's go to the event list. How about that? So maybe it will work for me. All right, we'll start off. Well, let's see. Well, in Canada, there was a grizzly attack that left 2 people hospitalized a couple days ago. And there's been many deer deaths on Flathead reservation linked to it's the blood disease in the U.S., of course. Let's see. Epidemic South Africa, TB. Congo, a new form of Ebola has broken out. That's great news. Hadler, Cambodia. Toddler in Western Cambodia becomes 16th victim of bird flu. And just keep talking it up. It'll cross the water. Dengue or Orochi fever is an epidemic crisis and has Cuba on edge. And that's right by us. So pay attention to that. It's a fever. Could have been what I got. Bulgaria, well, their flu season hit early. So Japan, flu bugs the flu is elevated there. Pakistan, why is this go away? Let's see. New York City, good Lord. The first locally acquired chikungunya disece.
What is that?
I don't know. We're going to read that one because, well.
Where do you catch that from?
Brenda will be live tonight. Anybody listening in Australia wants to come over and join her, say hi. Tell them you came over from the Sportcat show. Let's see. First, locally acquired case of chikungunya. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. A Long Island resident has contracted that horrible disease. It's the first locally transmitted disease of the mosquito-borne virus. The patient had not traveled to other areas where the disease is common. So there you go. Chris, didn't you just say you got bit by a mosquito?
Oh, God, Chris. Run.
You need to learn how to pronounce this if you go to the doctor. It's a chikungunya. He did just say he was bit by a mosquito, right?
I don't know. Fire ant could have been. Who knows?
That mosquito could have flown out there and got him. So, all right. That was in New York. Water shortages in Italy and chaos in Kenya. Afghanistan, well, 58 soldiers. They're back in the battle again. India, they've opened fire. There's peace. So somebody else will take their turn shooting at each other. So it's the way it works, isn't it? In Greece, 2 dead, 19 rescued after a migrant boat sank off the Greek island. In Italy, this is interesting. This is fresh. It says bomb destroys well-known Italian journalist car, but there are no deaths reported. There's a high school lockdown. There was a couple of high schools locked down. One of them was they locked it down for a medical emergency. I'm not sure what that meant, but I got that alert. What the hell? 1 dead from an arson attack in Stockholm. In India, mob attacks convoy carrying Zuberian Garg. I don't know, the death case accused of Assam. I don't know what that means, but it must be bad. Peru, well, they're having some clashes. In the Pakistan military is cracking down on the pro-Palestine. See, there you go. You can't just live in peace.
Yeah, okay, right.
Ecuador, an explosion. A local crime gang has been blamed. Doesn't say if there's any deaths. Nigeria, 13 were killed in a renewed attack. Iraq Sunni candidate killed the head of the parliamentary. See, they just kill their politicians.
Oh, yeah. They don't have to vote them out. They just kill them.
We're done with you. Chris says his is probably just a stray bullet from Chicago. It's peaceful out there. It's gun-free zone. Give it up. Let's see. Albuquerque, they had that big fire. Yeah, I saw that. And they had a big one out in San Francisco where a firefighter declared Mayday and is still in the hospital. I haven't followed up on that. All right, let's do. Man, I don't know. Well, let's just not that one. Where do I want to go?
You're so confused.
Right here. Well, we've only got 10 minutes, and we know that one of the planes that
the plane, boss. The plane
should be airborne, but I don't see it. So maybe he's already gone and left. I don't know. There's a P8 down up. Let's see. Now that doesn't surprise me. Look down there. They've got P8s up patrolling off the east coast of Florida. That doesn't surprise me because they're starting from West Palm and going up the coast to the
Yeah.
state line. So that doesn't surprise me. I imagine we will see that. There was probably the P8 that was before. What the hell was the P8? Now, they do more than sub hunt, but good Lord. There must be something about to go down in Columbia, South Carolina. Yeah, them in, what was that, Wilmington. They had a P8 circling them, gathering intel. Interesting. So, we must have some data that we don't know about, which, well, it's public knowledge now. So all kinds of, a lot of these you see up and down the East Coast, the helicopters, they're shuttling dignitaries back and forth to the military base so they can drive home. Waste of money. You should have driven to work to start with. That's a little Cessna. What is this up here? Yeah, it's just C-17. Denise says, have I mentioned lately that I love the show? No, you haven't, Denise, but thank you. I appreciate that. Trust me, there's some days it's a struggle to do this because it is rewarding when I get to chat like today. So it is rewarding. And a lot of them are from Brenda's shows, I know, but I do appreciate the interact. It makes you feel like you got some feedback. You don't get much feedback otherwise. So, well, I'm not putting that up for your buddy Woo. Yeah. All right. Well,
I have some really good people from my show in my
Brenda,
chat.
you need
I
to
love
encourage them to come over and find my channel. I'm glad they're there. I appreciate them. I love them, but I could use that sub. So if you want, do me a favor.
Yeah, how far away are you from getting monetized?
Like 200. I've got the hours. I'm just on like 200. So, and it's not going to be like a lot of money. Nobody think that, please, because it won't be. I mean, it might be like 20 bucks a month.
Yeah.
But it's the point. I'm that close. And I was that close and they changed the damn rules. I would have had it.
See, I can't get monetized because with the things that I talk about
well, that's not
on
true.
the show, they will knock me down quite a bit if that happens.
Now remember, Brenda, I have some elder abuse on my show, so.
Oh, jeez.
I've only had one claim that stuck, and that was a copyright claim.
Like I said, here, let me let you laugh. One day I dropped something on the floor over by my front door, and I bent down to get it, and my foot slipped, and I fell right out of my wheelchair and smacked my head right on the door. There you go.
There you see. I got elder abuse right there. I'm getting dizzy from looking at this. I'm trying to show. Man, they got 3. See, all right. So I watched another show the other day that does more in depth on this, and I can't remember his Monkey Works. And I give him a shout out. He does this more in depth, and he knows each plane and routes and blah blah blah. So he does a really good job. But one thing that he said that they put out some kind of press release because, it's seen now. We've got these satellites there. Well, they're satellites, drones, balloons, whatever. That was at 90,000 feet. And the government come out and said they were just testing. We're in a government shutdown. Do you think they're really testing?
I can't see them doing that without getting paid.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it is AI because everything. This one right here is pretty much smack dab in the middle of the country at 90,000 feet, and its footprint of where it can hear is incredible. It looks like they got one at 80,000 and 70,000. So whatever is out in that particular area. What these things do, and this is public knowledge, you can go. I'm not giving away state secrets here. You can go and research it, but they use AI and programs like Aurora to decode them, and they capture all the data. When I say all the data, they've pretty much got the middle of the country covered, and that footprint at 90,000 feet is pretty dang high. So they're listening to a lot of things. So for what, I don't know. I'm actually kind of surprised that there's not more. These two are new. The ones over here on the east, and there were some out on the west. They've come down, or they've just turned it off because of people like me. So
yeah. Probably.
Well, no, it's true. I had somebody message me and say, "Hey, you think you should be talking about that?" Well,
Yeah.
you. I'm just a guy.
You're doing it right if they're messaging you. I got to tell you.
Yeah, well, I got messaged for a couple things. But yeah, people don't like my show. Apparently, if you don't like my show, you can still subscribe. So yeah, I'll take your complaint because it was a sub. Yay!
It's free. Go ahead.
I just wish people weren't so stupid. That's all. It's a simple request. But anyhow, this is back to the one we used to use. And you can see they don't have as many aircraft. I was trying to move it the other way. They don't have any aircraft, as many aircraft as what the other one showed. But we did see the P8s down there. Whatever's going on in Columbia, because don't forget a P8 can get all kinds of info. They can get some good details. And it looks like they're down there in Texas. They're doing something in San Antonio. So,
yep,
San Antonio. What is your capital? Austin. Yeah, that's up in Oklahoma City. Oh, that's all trainer flights. Yeah, they're probably training in the mountains there. Let's go down here. Where's Austin? I don't see anything really going on in Austin.
No, the National Guard's already down there, so
yeah,
the flights are all done. But I think San Antonio is where we have one of the biggest National Guard places in San Antonio. Because we've got, I believe we have Air Force and, all those other ones.
A lot of those are also trainers. And like, let's say they started their duty week in Oklahoma and good God, get back over there. It's like I got a twitch. If, and they're in like Mobile, they allow them to, well, you started your week, you can go back to your home base and you can count that as your flight train hours. So that's what a lot of that is too. It's National Guardsmen and airmen that they've been training all week and they're allowed to go back to their house with their jet. So,
yeah.
It's cool.
It would be nice if they would just give everybody that signs up a new jet.
That's right. All right. So I expect when we get to the full beaver to get some really great photos.
Yeah.
Chris says people should be happier when we are so close to the full beaver. It's a wonderful time.
Oh, God. Oh,
all right. Well, speaking of time, we've about run our time out here. Brenda, tell us about your show coming up tonight.
Okay. Tonight, we will be live at 9:00. It's going to be Susie, Sherry, and I. And what we're going to talk about, we have no idea. We are just we've got lots to say. And guys with Beyond the Box, thank you for coming in and supporting. Please subscribe over to Sportscat or Paranormal Guys. And hit the like button on your way out. I appreciate you guys showing up for us.
Chris says, is that 9 Central?
Yes, 9:00 Central Time. 8:00, or I'm sorry, 10:00 Eastern.
Which I think is like 10 a.m. in some parts of Australia. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. It could be midnight.
And we'll be doing this Monday through Friday from 1:00 Central, 2:00 Eastern, Monday through Friday, with Glenn here. So, yeah. I've kidnapped Brenda. I think I'm going to keep her. Well, people longtime fans of the show know Brenda and I started this shit. So. Yes, we did. We started 2 years ago. With the is it coming up on 3? God, yeah, Glenn, I've known you forever.
We've got over 400 shows out, I think, something like that. So
yeah, that's where I started, was on shows with you. Yep.
That's right. I stole you from somebody else who found your talent.
Yeah.
They said you were going to you were going to make it, so I needed to hang on to you. So whatever the hell "make it" means in the podcast.
And here we are.
Person. I'm going to try this because I have been forced into this. Sometime this weekend, you can find me at Sportcat. I see the Sportcat or Sportcat Medic on TikTok. Go over there and like and sub because I've got enough there where I can technically be monetized. I'm being tortured into it. I have no topic. It's not going to be during the Tennessee-Alabama game. Like maybe it should be because that might be really good. But I'm going to go live on TikTok. I promised this person I would. I don't know when. I have no idea what the hell I'm going to talk about. So you can find me over there, Glenn Jackson. I can't see the Sportcat or Sportcat Medic. Put a notification on. It'll tell you when I go live. But it's like a dare. So,
You're like spreading yourself so thin.
Yeah. And I'm supposed to be doing shorts too, but I don't know. I barely got time for this. So, all right, everybody. I am out of here for the weekend. I'm going to enjoy the Tennessee-Alabama game. Go Vols. And then I will be back Monday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern. And that's 2 a.m. over in Australia. So it'll be Tuesday there. So I'll be back. I guess it's, I don't know, whatever. Just tune in this normal time. You'll find me. It's like asking me to do math. God damn it, I can't. Oh, stop asking. But yes, I will be back. We'll be back for Monday, same time, same place. And then my next unscheduled show, or it's scheduled, is the Wednesday night show. We've got 2 more great authors. So, and it'll be me and Harley. It won't be me and Brenda. So,
yeah.
So,
yeah, because I think I have a show Wednesday night with Chad. So we'll see.
Damn it, Chad. Why are you stealing my woman, Chad? Why are you stealing my woman? So, all right. Well, I am going to push the buttons. We're going to get out of here. And here we go. Maybe this is it.
Yeah.
It's Friday!
That's right. It is Friday. Everybody, have a great weekend. Go Vols. And I will see you soon. You're going to shoot a message at Sportcat on X. I might get it. Guys, find me on Facebook. We got 2 groups over there, Sportcat Daily Gazette and the Sportcat Sub. Thank you, Bounty Hunting. I appreciate that. Everybody, please go subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Let's get me monetized. I've already got some things in the works.
Y'all have a great day.
All right, everybody, have a great day, night, morning, or whatever in your part of the world. We
Stay
are
safe.
out. Yes, stay safe. Watch your shit.